Yo, so first off, if you're here from the RGB frequency video, go to the main channel. That should have been a main channel video. There's more stuff like that over there in the main channel. This channel is just whatever. Anyway, today I wanted to explain the BUH, the New York BUH, as seen in the Evicted cartoon. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done like a Blender breakdown before. We're also going to be talking about the sound design, so I just wanted to talk about it. So, look at her. Look at her. I can't wait to divulge her secrets someday. There's a grand secret to why she looks so much better than everyone else. And it's not just plagiarism. It all shall be revealed in time. But basically, the BUH. I had I'm not going to break down like all the scripts called for this and that. But I'm going to read first what I wrote here in the scripts. You know, basically, I had the idea. I've known for a long time that eventually there's going to be a cartoon trip to New York, and it's going to be something. That's all I'm going to say. And I wanted just a little piece of New York to show up here. Just a little taste of what's to come. But here in my scripts, let me read it to you. Suddenly from a distance, we hear another worldly sound. Lynn, what is that? She turns around. Lynn with ramping fear. What is that, frog? What is that, frog? What is that? What is that, frog? What is that? Frog dejectedly. That's the New York bus. That's the New York bus. Straight from New York. And then I wrote here, we see a giant alien thing that barely qualifies as anything close to a mass transportation vehicle. It pulsates and vibrates and glows and appears to be made of skin. Its textures are sharpened and photoshopped and exported as a low-quality JPEG. Maybe use that weird rotating thing I made on accident for the desocialized video. It is making an indescribable sound that modulates from a beautiful chord to hellfire scraping against brimstone. I had that read perfect to the last word. I was rushing. I didn't exactly make what I wrote here, but if you've seen a cartoon, then you know that eventually this shows up.
What is that? Frog?
Hold on.
Frog? Frog? What is that? Frog? Frog, what is that? Frog? What is that? What is that?
That's the New York bus. So, yes, we have some giant shifting, unknowable thing here. And I just wanted to talk about what it is visually and audially. So it's quite the effect here. Everything darkens in the giant light. So I'm actually going to break down the audio first because I feel that's just easier to describe. So yeah, I do all my audio in FL Studio, of course. We got the pitch shifting. Frog, of course, I can just do naturally. We might as well be strangers. But Lynn is just me talking a bit more breathy. Just sort of talking like this, sort of at the top of my voice, and then I shift it up 5 in a format 271. I don't know how I came to that, but you know, you can listen. Just okay. See, that was just a test to see if you would call out to me or not.
Okay, see, that was just a test to see if you would call out to me or not.
Secrets revealed. Anyway, when I was doing the voices, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna need some alien sounds. So let me just record some alien sounds. Let me take off all the effects real quick. So I just recorded a couple things. Just me making a noise, and then I made another noise. Just me breathing. You know, sometimes you can get that overtone if you do it right, when you're just... Yeah. And then a third one. I think this is the opera note. So yeah, this is Ramiel from Evangelion. If you know, you know, the big square, the big rhombus in the sky that sings opera. And then just more groaning. So altogether it's like... So not too much going on. So then it's time for effects. So of course I ran my regular vocal chain, compression and EQ, and this and that. So I bust everything together and through this Halo 3D pan, which is a free effect. This is my first time using it, but it makes things sound more 3D. I think I need to update it or something's wrong with it. I think it has a really, really gross, sharp spike frequency at the very start of the render. But yeah, I wanted everything to sound like it was coming from behind you. So I automate it. It's on at first and then it automates off as it gets in front of you. And as the volume rises, of course, you know. So this is a Predator. Sorry it's so small, but we have the wah delay on. Just making it do that, and then an OTT, because why not? And then a bit of imager, just making it real wide. And then we have just a flanger and an OTT. And then we throw the gator on it. It's just a gate, a flanger, some wobble, OTT, widening. My FPS, okay. So that's all that, and then there's Hive. So I was like, I'll just load a thing. I don't know. I'll just go through some presets and see what happens. I found this sound. It's just a random chord. I don't think it being a chord even matters. So that's going. It almost makes it feel like it might be like a helicopter or something. And then we have another thing. The shubadus, which is doing it's a funny thing it does when you let go. But just we got those going. And then of course the big thing, but this is really, I can't even call this sound design because it's heaviosity. It's Forzo. It's just, they sound like this, just without any need to do anything. This is what all the movie trailers use. This is just, so we got a big, ugly minor second. Makes me think of like Metroid Prime, specifically 2 for some reason. But that's all sound design is layers all together.
Come back home with me.
Oh, and of course the dialogue. I have the whole thing. Everything's busts, and then I reduce the volume depending on who's talking, if someone's talking, so we can hear what they're saying.
What is that? What is that?
That's the New York bus, straight from New York. Yeah, I'm coming with you. So that's the sound of the bus. And now we can break down what we're actually looking at. So as I said in the script thing, this is from the Desocialized video, which I forgot. I forget about that song, and I forget that I attached it to the Dead Body Breathe video and this and that, you know. But yeah, I made a little, as an experiment, I could use this scene again. I could use these characters again. But we have these Silent Hill things with their shaking heads. There's me lying down. I don't... Was that a different part of this? Was that like an uncut? Was that an unused part of the song? But yeah, I was just making this weird video, figuring out things, figuring out the green screens and the planes, using a plane as a or what's the word? The image sequence, the PNGs, and man, just figuring it out, you know. Oh, it absorbs me. I forgot about that. Huh. Anyway, while messing around, there's a picture. I made this picture at some point, you know, me on set with the crew, and at somehow I messed it up. I did something. I'm not sure what, but I created this shape, and it's kind of folding in on itself, but it has like a transparent texture. So when you rotate around it, it's just kind of going through itself. Sometimes you can see balls, sometimes it's just weird. And then it's rotating rapidly, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why it's moving like that. Which helped. I didn't know that. I forgot that it moved like that. I didn't know. So when I loaded it into the BUH, I was just like, okay, it's moving weird. I could use that. Okay, is it the displace is doing it? Okay, I guess the displace modifier is making it do that for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's what happens when you fold in a transparent texture on itself like that. So now we come to the final scene, right? Also, my encoding is overloading, so I'm hoping that the video is not fried. This should have been at 1080p. But basically, one of the many things I've grown to love about just 3D, about Blender, is that there's lighting. And I can like set the lighting of the world or set the lighting of, actually this is a skybox, this one. But you could set the lighting of the world. You could put little spotlights in and make them all different colors and strengths and this and that. And you can automate them. So of course, when the BUH arrives, it absorbs all of the light surrounding. You can see right here the strength of the world going from a solid 1 down to 0. At the same time that fades out, this fades in. So we have the light. If you just direct your attention over here to the power, it goes from 0 and it ramps up to what number is that? I don't. That is 1 billion. Really? That's it? Seems small, but that's 1 billion. So we got a strength of 1 billion and just a blinding white light. I was gonna have it changing colors, but I thought the white was just more intimidating. And also I forgot about this, but the light is just ever so slightly shifting all around, real erratically, which is what's making everyone's shadows freak out. Oh, shadow buffer. Yeah, it's a. I'm sorry, I sort of lack the vocabulary. I'm still new to this. Yeah, you can see their shadows freaking out. It's a trick. But anyway, I think the last thing to break down is what's going down over here. It's not the craziest little setup, you know, it's just we have the original picture, just using the alpha, going into the alpha and going into the strength of the emission. Does that do anything? Doesn't seem like it. And then we have just a noise texture into the color for the emission and the, I don't even think the base color does it. No, it needs to be in both. And then the displace is just doing whatever it's doing. I don't know. Because you turn it off and it's fine. Okay, it stretches for it. Why is this stretch? Oh, I did that, yeah. Yeah, just a quick stretch, vertical, a Y scale up, just to make it even more intimidating and just completely unknowable. Also, I've been falling for just messing with the focal length, you know. 35 to 15. I usually do. My standard is 35 millimeter because that's what I hear film is. So I don't even know if that's the same thing or not, but yeah, 35 is my regular. Anyway, I think that's it. That's the That's and yeah, you can
4 of you.
you can hear everything inside. I throw the MP3 in there. There's individual dialogues of each of the characters. I don't know. I'm learning how to talk about this. I'm learning how to do it. I should give y'all want a secret? First off, these jeans textures I just like ripped from like, I don't know, some clothing websites. But I know what you're here for. I know what you stay to the end for. Don't be shy. All right, I'll show you. It's nothing. Nothing under there. Get out of here.